What is up, guys? And I got to you a zombie deck profile today. Now, this past weekend, well, I say this weekend, we had a small little locals, COVID precautions, everything, just to get out and have like a little, like not official locals. And this zombie deck profile did extremely well. Actually, basically going to the finals of the tournament and actually taking the finals, which, I mean, of course, this is a local event, nothing too crazy, but, zombies doing their thing. Zombies always pop in and out of the meta all the time. It all depends on the format, and plus, with cards like, I say Draco Necro, I say Nether Soul, Super Poly is an insane combo with Zombie World. So without further ado, let's just get into the deck profile. Now, this is just a zombie deck. There's nothing fancy. There's no, like, say, Mayakashis or nothing like that. It's mostly just pure competitive zombies. Now, of course, we have our big boss monster of the deck. We have Doom King Belleroach. Insane. Probably one of the best boss monsters you can get. Him and say Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, these two guys are probably the best boss monsters you can probably run in their say structure deck era types. But he's insane. He's nuts. If you don't know what he does, if there is a face-up field card, say field spell, and he's in your graveyard, you can special summon him during the standby phase, so he can recur himself constantly. He'll just keep coming back as long as Zombie World's out. Also, once per chain, if a zombie monster, except for himself, activates effect, you can basically, say, quick effect, activate one of these effects. Say, banish one monster from the field or graveyard, or you can negate it. So, he can negate monster effects as long as Zombie World's out. So, it's pretty insane. So, plus, he just keeps coming back, and he's a 2800 beater. Nuts. Now, speaking of a Zombie World, we have Necro World Banshee. She protects your Zombie World. She protects it. You can't target it. She also, while she's in the field or graveyard, can banish her and activate Zombie World directly from the deck, and that's a quick effect too, so that is insane, especially comboing off with Super Poly, which is a quick play. So, pretty insane. She is awesome. Next, we're going to go into our playsets now here. We have Shiranui, Solitaire. Insane card. He's nuts. He can easily, you can special summon Zombie 2 just right from the deck. By tributing him, you can just, he's nuts. He's just insane. So, definitely insane there. And of course, we have the Zero Defense Tuner, as we spoke of, Unizombie. Unizombie, again, is a nutty card. What doesn't he do? You can literally send anything from the deck to the graveyard to get everything started. Like, it is absolutely nuts. So definitely 3 Unizombie as well. And then of course we have 2 Gozuki. People sometimes rock him at 1. I like 2 because he's still pretty insane. Because during your main phase, you can just send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. So he sets up your graveyard play. So it's something you really want to do. And then also you can just banish a zombie monster and special summon a zombie from your hand. So, I mean, he's pretty cool. He enables an insane amount of plays. Then, of course, we have the 3, his brother, Mizuki. Insane card, literally, not a once per turn. Spam for the graveyard with zombie monsters as long as you have him in the graveyard by banishing him. So, he is absolutely insane. So, that is your Gozuki and Mizuki package that I ran with the deck. Of course, now we have Glow Up Bloom. He is your, say, Helki Fibrex target. It's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. If he's sent to the graveyard, you can banish him, and then you can add a level 5 higher zombie monster from your deck to your hand, so he can search out your big boss monster, Belleroach. Or if Zombie World's in the field zone, you can special summon it instead. So insane, insane. I mean, it restricts you to zombie monsters, but in a zombie deck, who cares, right? And now, a card that I really kind of overlooked recently, but came up to be insane. It's actually an insane card. Jackobolin. He is a crazy card. First off, you can just discard a zombie monster and special summon him right from your hand. So not only he gets stuff in the graveyard, he is just a way to enable things. And also, quick effect, you can target one zombie monster in either player's graveyard and special summon that, but banish it when it leaves the field, and then banish this face-up card until the end phase. So he just does a revive. You can snatch something out of your opponent's graveyard because of Zombie World. It is nuts. Jackobolin is just insane with a Zombie World comboing off. Now we have a couple say gimmicky zombie cards. Vampire Fraulein, love her. She's an honest of the deck, which I can't complain there. I mean, it's insane. And then, of course, we do rock the one Eldritch, the Golden Lord. He is insane. You can literally just send him in a spell and trap. Just send a card to the graveyard. I mean, it's non-targeting. It's insane. This is a way to out-dragoon sometimes. And then, also, if he's in your graveyard, you can send one spell trap card you control the graveyard, add it back to your hand, and then special summon one zombie from your hand. It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. So, really like that, really like it. I mean, he's pretty cool for the deck. I mean, he's not just good in his own deck, he's actually just good for zombies in general. So, I decided to throw these two zombies in because they have a little cool little synergy with the deck and makes it a little more unique and spicy. Now, hand traps. Of course, Ash Blossom. It's the most generic hand trap of the, say, format. It's basically the most generic hand trap ever. It hits everything in both meta and rogue, so definitely rock it at 3. It just hits anything and everything that can be a problem. Then, of course, another card that's kind of getting popular right now is Skullmeister. A friend told me to actually start running these, and I actually really love it since he told me that Skullmeister's insane. Right now in the format, this format particularly with all, like, let's say, Virtual World and Drytron and BFD and everything else running around, like, it's nuts. If you don't know what he does, he's very simple. He's a hand trap, of course. And when a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and negate it. So he's basically like Haunted Mansion, but he hits a wider variety of card effects than Haunted Mansion. He's just Haunted Mansion, but better, in my opinion, because he can hit things the Haunted Mansion can't. So, definitely insane with him. I really love him. I think he might become a staple for, like, anything, really, for now in this format. Now, of course, Zombie World. Insane card, and your heart and soul of the deck to get all your stuff and all your fun stuff going. 2, really don't need 3 because you do have a Banshee to search it out and activate it right from the deck, so you really don't need 3 because it can get claw gave a little bit if you draw multiples. Super Poly. Insane. It still breaks boards. It's still an amazing card, still to this day. It's not as popular as it used to be, but this card is still annoying as all hell for a lot of people. Now a bunch of one-offs. We have 1 Monster Reborn because it's Monster Reborn. It's the generic extender. 2 Book of Life. Now, I thought about maybe running 1, but Book of Life is actually insane because it has some synergy. It's crazy. Also, of course, you can revive a zombie-type monster in your graveyard. And the other thing is that the second target you select from your opponent's graveyard, you banish it. So it's kind of like a DD Crow in a sense, like a weird DD Crow where you can actually hit things in your opponent's graveyard without them actually activating or using them later on in their next follow-up turn or whatever else. So Book of Life actually is really good for both effects now, I believe. Call by the Grave, of course. You want, sometimes you hate hand traps, sometimes you just get rid of those problematic cards that you don't want in the graveyard for your opponent. 1 Foolish Burial, of course, you want to send things to the graveyard. 1 for 1 for your Glow Up Bloom, and 1 Instant Fusion. As you'll see in the extra deck, what we run with the Instant Fusion. So that is it for the main deck. We're going to be going on to the extra deck, guys. It's going to get kind of crazy. I mean, nothing too crazy. As you'll see, it's just some just normal stuff. Of course, we have Shiranui Sun Saga, as you'll see how we make them, with Formula Synchron. And, of course, our last synchro, you want to run Psy-Frame Omega. These are our synchros we run for the deck. If you want to go for more of a negating board, you can just sub out Psy-Frame for Boral Savage, so not a big deal. But Sun Saga is insane. If you ever read Sun Saga, he's nuts. He is just insane. Because he has non-targeting destruction, so it's pretty nuts. So he's cool. Formula Synchron, of course, you can just summon him. Often, say, Citron, like Flagbrex, get a draw, and also you can just quick synchro into Psy-Frame Lord Omega, or your Sun Saga. So insane. That's our synchro package right there. Then, of course, now we got our links. Of course, we have 1 Relinquished Anima. I think he's better than Link Karibo now, especially in this deck, because we do have a Glow Up Bloom. Just make him, snatch something. If somehow you have a zone here or up here in your opponent's columns, and you can just take it, just get rid of it out of the way. Of course, Citron Helki Firebrax. He's just, everyone knows what he does at this point. Everyone knows what he does. let's see, Averin Slayer, and of course Vampire Sucker. Now these can determine if you're going first or second. Of course, if you want, eventually you want to make him mostly going second. Sucker, you want to make her mostly going first to set up your plays. But insane. Of course, we have one Appaloosa Bow, the Goddess. You can just, I'll say, link up to her after you get done with your link shenanigans and just put some negations on board, stop monster effects, because monster effects are like the main problem in this format. Like, it's nuts. Then, of course, our instant fusion targets: 1,000 eyes and 1 Millennium Eyes Restrict. Of course, depending on if you go first or second, depending on which one you want to make, of course. Then, of course, our instant fusion targets: we have 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, 1 Predaplant Dragostapelia, 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. These are some of your instant fusion targets, along with, of course, the big baddie himself, Draco. Soul. I say Draco Necro. I say Nether Soul Dragon. Mouthful. He's a sacky card, especially with Zombie World. Like he is just so sacky when it comes. If you have Super Poly and Zombie World out and you're going second, he can just sack an opponent's board. Like, it's nuts. Like, it's nuts. And then he just pushes for OTKs and just insane. And it's just nuts. It's crazy, especially with his token making ability. Like, it is just nuts. Like, and plus, like I said, he's just sacky. But that is it for the zombies. Of course, zombies, they come and go out of the meta all the time, but in the end, they're just a generically good deck. Like, you cannot go wrong with zombies. I think zombies are similar to, like, Cyber Dragons. They're just always good. No matter what format, they're just always good. You'll always get wins with them. You might just get a take it all one day and just win the entire day. So, alright, but that's been my zombie deck profile. So let me know down in the comments below on what you think of it. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and ring the bell like always. So next time I upload a video, you'll be notified. But hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy. And until my next video, bye-bye.